We're there, folks, deep in the red zone, deep in the red hot zone. Touchdown, let's go! We're there, folks, deep in the red zone, deep in the red hot zone. Touchdown, let's go! We're there, folks, deep in the red zone, deep in the red hot zone. Touchdown, let's go! We're there, folks, deep in the red zone, deep in the red hot zone. Touchdown, let's go! We're there, folks, deep in the red zone, deep in the red hot zone. Touchdown, let's go!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Soldier Field for another TPCFL game time. The Chicago Bears of Colbus 1984 hosting the Detroit Lions of Johnsey, going live right now. I'm one of your hosts, Bama Shots, joined, of course, by the head president, CEO of TPCFL, Brian Langell. How you doing, Brian?
Bama, I am fantastic. We are here. Technical difficulties aside, I can't wait to get this started. We are broadcasting live on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube tonight. To quote you, my good friend, let's go.
Absolutely, let's go indeed. Lions will start on the 27-yard line. Good field position. Let's see what's in store tonight. What do you expect to see?
The Lions are making their return to the league under the control of Johnsy, so that's going to be interesting. Wherein Colby is the season 6 champion. Huge sack in the backfield. Matchups in the NFC East are always electric, so I'm expecting a great game tonight, sir.
Outstanding indeed. That 4-yard loss will bring us to 2nd and 14. 5:35 to go in the first. Stafford under center, strong right side, receiver in motion. Hand off to the right side. It's a sweep. He's going wide, and he'll get the first down, pushed out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Galladay with an outstanding sweeping rush.
17 yards on that one play. I did find it interesting that he wasn't protecting the ball at all. I mean, the wrong tackle, and that ball would have been fumbled right into the middle of the field. So I think Jonesy's going to have to keep an eye on that one. Protect that ball if he's going to be running with it.
Absolutely. Everybody knows Johnson's their better ball handler. Stafford will line up in the shotgun formation back, looking to throw. Got receivers all over the field. Got a man across the middle. He's going to take it, and he'll be taken down at the 40-yard line. Who was that?
That was Johnson picking up 20 yards on the play.
Johnson?
Calvin retired. Megatron
No, not Calvin. Kelvin,
Kevin? Maybe? Okay.
We'll go with it. Stafford shotgun, trips to his left. Handoff left side. All kinds of blocking in front of him. What an outstanding run for Johnson.
Seems as though Colby and the Bears are running into a bit of a defensive problem right now. Can't seem to really contain the Lions as they're marching down the field. They're already on the 27-yard line, Bama.
Well, you do know the Bears are known for their inside run defense. These outside sweeps and tosses are just throwing them off kilter.
They definitely are. Johnsy taking advantage.
Oh, it's carry on Johnson. I should have known that. I'm so sorry.
Not a problem, sir. Yeah.
Let's pull. Look his wiki.
2nd and 12. Caught behind the line of scrimmage there. Chicago stepping tall on that one and stopping Detroit. Now Detroit having to come up with a second idea here how to get further down this field.
Yep, Stafford under center with Auburn alumni, Kerryon Johnson in the backfield. How I didn't know that name. Throw to the right side of flats, almost picked off by the Bears. Wonderful coverage on the defense that time.
Yeah, Chicago seems to have stepped up now. They now know what's going on. 3rd and 12, they're in great position right now. The best Detroit could possibly hope for right now is a field goal if they don't make it anywhere on this one.
Well, they were able to move the ball solidly. I have decent amount of confidence that they can convert this here if they use the intelligence they've used to get them this far down the field. Didn't take them long to get down. Under center, trips to his right, single receiver to his left, Johnson in the backfield. Back, looking to throw, trying to find an open man, throws right side, he's open, and he'll get the first down, pushed out of bounds at the 14-yard line. They are in the red zone, Brian.
What a display by Detroit. Not discouraged, not disappointed with their play there. Packed it up, and now they're 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. They're in the red zone. They're scratching at the door. They want in.
Knock, knock, knocking on the door. Stafford lined up. Strong left side. Carry on in the backfield. Making a change at the line. Hicks chomping at the bit. Handoff to Johnson right side. He'll bounce out. Oh! Outrunning his blocker there. Had he dipped inside, he could have probably got a few more yards than that.
Probably could have, but 2nd and 7, they were still moving in the right direction, Bama. They're getting close.
Yep. Matter of fact, they just got their toes on the edge of the red hot zone. Stafford right side, thrown straight to a defender. Had his hands been a little bit softer, he would have caught that.
Definitely. But 3rd and 7 now. We learned from the last drive, 3rd down doesn't intimidate Detroit at all. They'll try another play right now. You know, Bama, as they're setting up for this next play, the Detroit Lions this season are averaging 229.5 yards a game offense. 141 coming through the air, 88.5 coming through the ground. But tonight, what we've seen so far has been mostly on the ground.
Definitely been a good balance. They've done more run plays, but I think the yardage balance has been more in favor of the passing game. unable to convert here on this third down.
4th and 5, lining up for a field goal now. Getting points on the board is always a positive, especially when you're on the road, and they're about to do that.
Prater back to kick, signaling for the ball. Or he's not. Laces up, kick is up. It's good. Detroit breaking the goose egg on the board, 3-0. 2:39 to go in the first.
They ate up a lot of clock on that opening drive. Now it's Chicago's turn to see what they can do.
Patterson back to receive in the end zone. The ball will go sailing out the back, bringing the ball out to the 25-yard line for these Chicago Bears.
Shout out to Rockman in chat saying good luck to both of you. I don't know whether he means you and I or he means Johnsy and Colbus. I'm going to say he means all of us. That's what I say.
Good luck to everybody. Trubisky lining up under center I formation. Receiver out left and right. Back, handoff. Busting through the line. One man to beat to get that first down. Davis unable to get all the way, but he did get him into a 2nd and short.
Yeah, 2nd and short is definitely a great way to start. Not stopped in the backfield, gaining 8 yards, moving forward. Great move by the champ so far.
Primary back now in. Cohen lined up behind Trubisky, who's at shotgun back, looking to throw. Throws across the middle into double coverage, and he comes down with it. Trubisky with a 15-yard bullet to Gabriel.
Dangerous pass, throwing that into double or triple coverage, but somehow they come down with it, and the Bears are on the prowl there, Bama.
Trubisky under center, trips to his right, single receiver to the left. Handoff back, looks like Davis out, bouncing, bebopping, pushed out of bounds. Nope, Cohen. I got to get the numbers straight.
Cohen with 15 yards, took off like a bullet. Great play by Chicago. That's the thing. Cohen in the backfield is so fast, Bama, that if you don't catch him on your first tackle, he's gone.
Oh, absolutely. Davis in there, 25 now. Handoff to Davis, up the gut, stopped at the line. Minimal gain, 2nd and 8. 1:21 to go in the first quarter.
That clock is going incredibly fast. We've seen some games where things were just seemed like they were in slow motion, Bama. Not tonight. These teams are both high octane and they're both moving.
Hand off to Cohen middle. 2nd rush, total 17 yards. 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6 now. The Bears this season averaged 273.1 yards a game with 148.5 coming through the air, 124 coming on the ground. They are quite balanced in that. A split of 54 to 46.
Trubisky back. Receivers all over the place. One slides in for protection. Oh, Trubisky will go down with a sack from Wilson. Forced to punt on their first drive.
It has to be disappointing for the Bears. But we're about to see one of those famous Colby-ass punts, I believe.
That is indeed the goal here on this 4th and 15.
I think it's just going to be slightly wide. I think it's... No, it isn't. It's on the 1-yard line.
Colby-ass punt will leave
right.
Detroit on the 1-yard line. 1 second to go in the first quarter with their backs up against the paint.
Nobody does it better.
No matter what, Stafford will be taking this snap from the end zone. You have to believe there's a blitz coming with Stafford's name all over it. Hand off to Johnson, and he gets out of the hole. 6-yard line. Time expires in this first quarter. Detroit leads 3-0.
3-0. After one by the Lions. You thought they were pinned back in the 1-yard line. There's a little bit of life there. They make it all the way out to the 6-yard line. Station announcement. I'd just like to point out that we are now live on Mixer. So if you were missing us earlier on Mixer, you're there now. You're catching the game live. TPC Sports, Lions, Bears, Week 10. Let's go.
Stafford across the middle. It's complete. Taken down 20-yard line. Wonderful throw to get them out of harm's way. Jones coming down with his first reception of the game. 14 yards. Outstanding.
Yeah, that's great. Gets them out to the 20-yard line. They're well out of danger at this point. I mean, an interception is still dangerous, but they're no longer worried about giving up a safety or anything.
Uh-oh, Johnson running wild, busting through the line on this 1st and 10. Kerryon Johnson, 7 rushes, 37 yards already. We just started the second quarter.
And Detroit now, 54 yards in total on the ground, 103 for the game so far. They are on fire tonight.
Yep, Stafford in that Detroit offense looking stellar tonight so far. Stafford under center, Johnson backfield, handoff to Johnson, busting out the left side. He's got all kind of green room in front of him. His men, Bears trying to catch him, finally taken down at the 42-yard line of Chicago.
Went for a spin, zigged when he should have zagged and got caught, but Bama, no matter how you look at it, they are tearing up the Bears defense right now.
Absolutely shredding them on the outside. I don't know how well they would do running between the tackles. We might find out. Handout. Oh, draw play to Johnson. That's the answer to that question.
Exactly.
Bears all over him that time.
And that's why I call you the professor. Not only do you have all the answers, but you can predict what's happening now, too.
Oh.
All right, 2nd and 13 from the 44-yard line. Clock still ticking.
Stafford shotgun formation. Johnson to his left. Ball back. Stafford looking. A little bit of pressure in the middle.
Oh!
Throw to the right side. Interception. The Bears got the ball. 30-yard line. Trevathan with the outstanding pickoff.
The Chicago defense had enough of that, took the ball away, followed it with his eyes and went right into his hands, and now here come the Bears.
Handoff. Oh, wow, he got smacked quick. Cohen getting a 1-yard gain there.
I'm surprised he gained anything at all on that one, Bama. It looked like he was behind the line, but, I mean, he just got smashed.
They were probably being generous to him, to be honest.
Happens.
Trubisky under center, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Cohen in the backfield. Back, handoff to Cohen. No, play action pass. Looking for a receiver downfield. Got one, left side, out of bounds, 50-yard line. Trubisky 2 for 2 for 34 so far. Looking good, too.
Looking very good. That playbook looked like it was taken right out of Seattle with the scramble and throw, gaining a first down. Great move by Trubisky.
And wonderful catch by Gabriel as well. Trubisky shotgun formation. Cohen to his left. Cohen going out to receive. Throw to Cohen into double coverage. Almost picked off. Almost picked up by the receiver. Ultimately dropped to the ground. Dead ball.
Dead ball, 2nd and 10. Going into this game, the Chicago Bears, the defending TPCFL champions, are ranked 5th overall in the power rankings, Bama. They are scratching at the top. Also have a record of 6-2, which puts them 6th overall in the league.
Well, how about the excelling Lions? What are their power rankings this season?
The Detroit Lions, again, under the control of Johnsy, once again, going into this game, their power ranking is 17th with a league rank of 24th overall.
Outstanding statistics indeed, which can be found TPCFootball.com. All stats every season. Let's go.
Let's go.
Trubisky lined up a max receiver set, empty backfield. Back, looking for an open receiver. Got one across the middle. He will go to the 15. Taken down, marked at the 14-yard line. What a catch.
Trubisky now 4 for 5 for 70 yards. Surgical precision on this drive so far.
Ooh, Trubisky bunched receivers on both sides. Cohen in the backfield. Back looking to throw. Got a man in. Oh, he overthrew his man in the end zone.
Overthrew just by a little bit, but no need to panic. No need to panic. 2nd and 10 from the 14-yard line.
I believe he's just filling out the red zone defense of Detroit.
You know, sometimes you got to do things like that. You got to change things up so they're always, guessing is what you're going to do, and then you go back to your original play when they're not expecting it. Boom. There you got some points on the board.
Absolutely. Trubisky back, looking for a receiver. Straight into the hands of a Detroit defender who is unable to hang on to the ball. 3rd and 10. Coming up quick on the 2-minute warning, Brian.
Yeah, we definitely are. Again, this game is an incredibly fast pace. I feel kind of bad. I feel like I jinxed him because he was 4 for 5 when I complimented him and hasn't had a completed pass since. So I'm going to stop talking about the skills of Trubisky and just let him do his thing.
Sounds like a plan, brother. Back to the line. Trubisky shotgun formation. Going to his left. Trips to his right. Robinson to his left. Flip back to Trubisky. Slightly wild pitch. Looking for a man. Throws across the middle. He's open. Touchdown Bears. Let's go.
Let's go. Chicago taking the lead now. 6-3. Pending an extra point, making it 7-3. This has been an outstanding game so far, though, Bama. Both teams back and forth. Chicago, the first one to enter the end zone, though.
Kick is up. Point is good. 4-point lead for Chicago, 7-3. Ready to kick off with 2:12 to remain in the first half.
Here comes the kick. There it goes. Into the end zone. Out of the end zone.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 to start this drive.
Start this drive where a good friend Meter says so many drives have started before.
So many. And so many more will start.
Indeed.
Ready. Lady.
All right. Stafford shotgun formation. Johnson behind him. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Balanced line back. Looking to throw. A little bit of pressure coming from the right side. Throws across the middle. Got his man. Looks like Johnson.
Yep, it was Johnson.
Outstanding. 2-minute warning. The free timeout has happened.
Both teams having an opportunity here to just kind of catch their breath and wait for the next play. Chicago trying to keep Detroit out of the end zone. Detroit doing the opposite, trying to make sure they get down there and take a 3-point lead going into the locker room here in Week 10 of TPCFL Season 7. It's been flying by, Bam. I can't believe we're in Week 10 already.
Playoffs are right around the corner, Brian. The way they've been chunking away at the yardage today, you have to believe 2 minutes is plenty of time for Detroit to get enough yardage to get into field goal position if they can't punch it into the end zone.
I agree. They're almost at midfield right now using hurry-up offense.
Minute 40, clock ticking, 3 timeouts remaining for both teams. Bunched up right side, swapping the formation. 2 receivers rolling left. Expending time, handoff to Johnson. Johnson swallowed up between the tackles.
And a timeout by the Lions. Smart
First
play.
charge timeout of the half. I can tell you how that New Orleans game ends. New Orleans pummeled Atlanta.
I don't think pummeled is the word to use, though, sir.
Well, most of those words we can't use because the FCC won't allow us. Stafford back, looking to throw.
Oh, no.
Right to the defender, picked off by the Bears. He's got a whole lot of room in front of him. 2 men to beat. He can't get a block in time. He'll be taken down 36-yard line and on the edge of field goal range. Minute 19 to go. Chicago could blow the doors off of this 4-point lead.
That's exactly what Detroit wanted to avoid, and unfortunately, it came to pass. Speaking of come to pass, here comes Cohen.
Proper blocking. He's got all kinds of room to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Cohen and the Bears. Way to capitalize on that interception. Let's go.
Now the Lions that are down to the defending champions, pending this point, be 14-3.
And the Bears will have, if nothing can happen in the next minute 11 seconds, Bears will have all of the momentum going into halftime.
Oh, they definitely will.
They'll have the ball coming out in the third quarter.
Yeah, this is not an envious spot for Detroit right now. They need to shake this off and get back into a rhythm here. Forget about that interception. Forget about that touchdown, and focus on getting into the Chicago's end zone to try to get some points on the board right now. They cannot afford another interception, though, so I'd be very leery to do any sort of long bombing. I just try to pull the John Z special, which he was known for before, is to throw it out to the sides and get out of bounds to stop the clock. He was a master of that. That's what I think he needs to do right now is, go back to the old school playbook, get out of bounds, stop that clock without using timeouts, and get down the field and get into that end zone before those clock hits 0.
Stafford, a league veteran by this point, not the most accurate quarterback out there, but he's got the experience under his belt. Him and these receivers, as long as they're on the same page, they've got plenty of time to make something happen in a minute. Ball tipped up. Oh, wait. It was tipped by a defender, almost caught by the receiver, tipped into a defender's hand. Ultimately, ball drops dead.
Those EA physics, they're in the game, Bama.
EA, it's kind of a game.
Most definitely. Shutout in chat over on Mixer.com. We've got Bama, Slangel, and Crafty Dinners all tuning into the game. Thank you for the support. Thanks for tuning in.
Wouldn't miss it for the world. Stafford back, looking for a receiver across the middle. Wide open man, and he is crunched by 6 Chicago Bears.
How many Bears does it take to take down a Lion? 6.
At least on that one it did. Galladay with his second reception. I thought he already had 2 earlier.
I definitely thought so as well.
I believe that might be a messed up stat.
EA mess up a stat? Never. Speaking of stats, though, if you want stats, go to TPCFootball.com. We have every stat from every game ever. TPCFootball.com. All 7 seasons. Go get your numbers. Find out what's going on within the league.
A statistician's wet dream. Visit TPCFootball.com. Stafford under pressure throws it right to the defender. Almost picked off. Dangerous throw there. Does stop the clock. 53 seconds. 2nd and 10 from the 44. Detroit has to come up with something to get over the line here.
They definitely do. I mean, even if they come over with a field goal right now, something to put points on the board to cut into that deficit going into the locker room. They need to do something. I'm surprised, again, we haven't seen Johnzy throw out to out wide to get out of bounds to stop the clock. That was a classic move by him. That was a staple of his offense.
Well, they tried it to start the drive, and it got bobbled several times, and he might have scared him off from it.
Possible.
Stafford rolling to the right side, looking for a receiver across the left, crossbody, triple coverage. No way he was coming down with that ball.
Not at all. Now 3rd and 10, pressure on the Lions. This is do or die at this point, Bama. They're on the 44-yard line. They need at least 10 yards to keep this drive going. There's only 47 seconds left on the clock and 1 timeout.
You have to imagine down by 11, 47 seconds on the clock. This is 2 down territory. They're going for it on 4th down.
Out of bounds, I believe. Yeah, out of bounds.
Nope, out of bounds.
4th and 10 now. Now, technically, they could go for a 4th down, but they're on the 44-yard line, and that would just be basically giving Chicago points if they don't pull it off. So, smart move for Martin to punt it right now.
At midfield, it could have went either way. We're all going to question their decisions anyway.
Out at the 8-yard line.
Nice punt. Not quite a Kobe-ass punt, but he'll take it.
7 yards away. That's not bad.
Trubisky, shotgun formation. Cohen in the backfield. I have to imagine they're just going to run it here and not try to bomb it downfield. Yep, handoff Cohen left side. Plenty of blocking. 1 man to beat. He spins way too early. He was covered up, and Kennard for the Lions down with an injury. We'll update you as it comes available.
We definitely will. You never want to see anyone injured, and unfortunately, that is happening right now with the Lions. Hopefully, it's not that bad, and he get back into the game in the second half.
Absolutely. Trubisky, shotgun formation. Cohen to his right. Handoff to Cohen. Left side, he's got all kinds of room in front of him. Another 1st down. Just chewing the clock. Detroit will expend that final timeout. Dislocated shoulder for Kennard. He will not return for the game. Left outside linebacker. Devastating to lose a 1st stringer.
Oh, definitely. Not envious at all for the Lions. Now there's a hole in that defense. Have to step up and try to stop the Bears now with 1 less defensive player.
Oh, Trubisky going for a throw.
Oh!
Across the middle, almost picked off. What is he thinking? Kill the clock.
That's exactly what I would do. You've got a 14-3 lead. There's no reason to try to push things. and risk either injury or giving up points right now. I would keep it on the ground.
Saw far too many pick sixes yesterday from far better field position. Little miscommunication at the line there. Cohen with the, it was a high snap, a bad handoff to Cohen, and Cohen runs into traffic very quickly.
And now 3rd and 12. Again, I would just keep it on the ground right now. It's not necessary to try to get a first down. Just get into the locker room. Changes at the line called by the Bears. Looks like they are going to try to throw this.
Yep, play action pass across the right side. Almost picked off. Why?
Yeah, I don't understand this logic. I don't understand this at all. And now, here comes the boot from Colby. I don't think he's in range to do a Colby-ass punt, but he's definitely going to try. Oh, he definitely was in there. A little backspin, and it itself would have been a Colby-ass punt. Now Detroit with 2 seconds on the clock. Not really enough much to get much done, but, you know, at least they get the ball back one more time, Bama. Pad some stats a little.
Bomb it down the field. There's 80 yards between them and a touchdown. No chance for getting it down there to calling a timeout. So you either run it here or you bomb it downfield. Looks like they're going to run it.
Yeah. Smart play.
Johnson up the middle.
Smart play. Can respect that. Now we are at halftime. Score 10-3 in favor of, 14-3 in favor of the champs. And now they're getting the ball right back again, Bama, hoping to put more points on the board.
Have to imagine that's what's on their minds.
Waiting for this kickoff. Here we go.
Prater's kick is up into the air. Patterson back to watch it sail through the uprights.
Great kick by the Lions. Pinning the Bears back, unable to come out with it, so they started the 25-yard line, which I do hear a lot of games start, or a lot of drives start on the 25-yard line.
Absolutely. And Cohen will run it up the middle to the left, get that clock rolling, and just start grinding that clock away. We saw Kiv engulf the entire third quarter yesterday. Let's see if Colby can do it here.
Yeah, that time management was clinical. I mean, you want to see how to manage the clock, go back and watch that game between the Vikings and the Cowboys from last night. Kiv putting on a show.
Oh, sacked in the backfield. Trubisky going down hard.
Yeah, that was a devastating sack. While I have a second, Bam, I just want to point out to the people in chat, whether it be Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Mixer, wherever you are, check us out on Facebook at TPCSports.live. Give you the opportunity to get an inside view into the league. And our games are broadcast there as well. Oh, never mind. This is more important.
The Lions, whole lot of Greenfield in front of him. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. And like that, the Lions are back in the game. Let's go.
Wow, what a turn of events. Just like that. Stopping Chicago's first drive of the second half with an interception. Not only that, put in an exclamation mark on it with a pick six right back into the end zone. And now they're going for two.
Shotgun formation, Kerryon Johnson handoff taken down almost immediately.
Yeah, that was super quick. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Down goes the Lions, keeping that score at 14-3, but Colby cannot be happy with that interception leading to a pick six.
Oh, absolutely not. Trubisky shaken up after the sack. Probably not aware of his surroundings. He might have a concussion. We might need to send him to the medical tent, get him checked out.
Yeah, we take concussions very seriously in this league, so if there's any suspecting issues, he definitely will be checked out.
Trubisky will start this drive at the 25 of all places, going in the backfield.
Imagine that.
He was just here.
Yeah. All right.
Handoff Cohen right side, busting gut up through the middle. He's going to bust out all kinds of yards.
Firing off there like a cannon. I said it before at the start of the game. Cohen is super fast here for the Bears in the backfield. If you miss him If you miss your play, he is gone.
Absolutely. Trubisky under center, handoff to Cohen again. Straight up the gut again. Another first down and some. Now they're at the 40-yard line of the Lions. Taking that 5-point lead seriously, progressing down the field, eating up clock, trying to move into scoring position.
Everything they can do to get those 7 points back it wasn't 7 points. It was only 6 points back as fast as they possibly can, and they are on a mission right now, Bama.
Absolutely. Trubisky back, looking to throw. A lot of defenders upfield. Oh, lobbing pass, and he'll be taken out at the 15-yard line inside the red zone. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Outstanding play between Trubisky and Burton.
Huge play. Now, again, this is a complete opposite of what we saw last night between Minnesota and Dallas. Minnesota moved. Whoa, wait a second.
Neutral zone infraction.
That's not going to help the Lions at all. Now, 1st and 5 from the 10-yard line. They are there, Bama. They are there. They are deep in the red hot zone.
Let's go.
Let's go.
For the record, zone clipped. Hard. Pitch to Davis. 5-10. I'm counting the wrong direction. Touchdown, Bears. They got them 6 points back. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Run the ball.
Did they ever? Shout out to Crafty Dinners and Chad, who said that's exactly what they need to do. Run the ball, and they did. And just like that, they get the 6 back, and now an extra point on top of that, making the score 21-9 for the champs in the third quarter.
2-score game here. Plenty of time on the clock. Detroit has to get a handle on its defense, get a better handle on the offense, and get the ball upfield.
Yeah, it's definitely not out of reach yet, but Detroit's going to have to make some magic happen here.
Take the ball to the 25. Not getting any further up there. 3:31 to go in the third. Down by 12. Stafford and the Lions, an uphill battle for sure. But they have the personnel. They have the coaching. Can they do it?
That's a question we're going to have to see answered here as the game goes on.
Handoff to Kerryon Johnson, right side. Too many defenders to get past. He'll be taken down at the 27. 2-yard gain.
And now moving up the field, Detroit. They only gained 2 on that one, Bama. It looked like it was going to be more than that, but the defense of the Bears jumped in there, got a hold of them, holding them only to 2 yards.
They're going to need more than 2 to get back in this game. Like I said, they've got the people, they've got the coaching. Is it enough? Will they overcome adversity? We'll find out. Stafford, bunch receiver formation on both sides. Johnson in the backfield making a quick change.
Here we go.
Back. Pump fake. Throws to the left side into the flats. Wide open receiver. And he'll be taken down 30-yard line. 3-yard gain.
Throw was successful, but I don't think they got as much distance on it as they had hoped. But, I mean, if he wouldn't have thrown it, there was a chance he was going to get sacked and lose yards, so can't go wrong with that.
Oh, yeah, heavy pressure on Stafford at the end of the play. Similar formation, Stafford under center, Johnson backfield. Spreads his receivers to the left, out. One wide, one in the slot. Stafford back, looking to throw right side, wide open man. He has the first down and some. He'll be taken out at the 40-yard line.
Stafford just hit 100 yards, and I'm impressed on that one, Bam. I saw the defense, made an adjustment, and was able to get the first down.
Outstanding play indeed. James, I believe it was his 3rd catch of the game.
Now the Lions getting ready, spreading things out here. Chicago not making a lot of change on defense.
Handoff Johnson, left side, busting through the gap, 1 man to beat. 2nd man will come up, and they will game tackle him at the 46-yard line of Chicago.
And gets a first down out of it. Detroit moving down the field. I would, under these circumstances, you kind of want to see them be moving a little faster than this, but if they're keeping on the ground, they're definitely avoiding interceptions. So Johnson's been a champion before. He was the champion of Season 3. He knows what he's doing. We'll have to wait and see how this all plays out.
Yep. Stacked right side for Stafford. Stafford back, looking to throw. Looking to the... Got a man left side.
I'm going to say that was out of bounds. Yes, it was out of bounds.
He threw it a hair too late to get his feet down inbounds. Devastating, because it was a beautiful throw, beautiful catch, just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Indeed.
This cliche brought to you by TPCFootball.com. All stats for all 7 seasons, TPCFootball.com.
I like that plug. We should cut that and put it into future broadcasts.
Handoff Johnson, right side, not quite enough blockers in front of him to get a solid gap. He'd be taken down 44-yard line. 3rd and 8.
We should mention also it's a brand new TPCFootball.com, completely redesigned, and has all your stats and your needs there. So if you've been a fan of the league for a while and you want to live some nostalgia, go to TPCFootball.com. You can get everything from Season 1 right up to tonight's game.
And if you're worried about missing any of tonight's action, it is embedded right there for your eyes to see while you're browsing through the stats. You can watch Detroit climb this uphill battle.
Yes, in fact, under the broadcast page, it is there. Wait a second. Detroit going for a field goal from the 45-yard line.
This is a 60-yard kick, I'm assuming.
I would be in that range. Anything over 58 yards is kind of questionable. We'll see what happens. It's up.
They're back. Kick is up. It
did not make it, Bama.
Just short of the upright. Hell of an attempt by the Lions to put some points on the board.
Literally just missed it. Just missed it. It's going to be devastating for the Lions now, putting the Bears right on the 48-yard line, moving back towards their end zone to put more points on the board. Never mind.
Interception. That's one way to move the sticks, Detroit. I approve. Wilson with his first interception of the day.
What a play by Detroit, missing the field goal, getting the ball right back exactly where they were. Now they can try it again.
They lost 5 seconds. They have a fresh set of downs. They only lost 5 yards in the process. No, wait, 15 yards. Oh, sack coming in from the blind side.
Down goes Stafford as we look at the scoring plays per quarter in this game. We're starting the 4th already, Bama. What a fast game this has been.
6 minutes of game time to go. Chicago up 12 on Detroit. Off of that heavy sack, Detroit in a 2nd and 17 scenario on their own 36-yard line. The uphill battle continues. But that interception's keeping them in this game. Stafford back, looking for a receiver. Pressure coming from the right side. Throws out to the flats.
I don't know how much they gained on that. They gained 4 yards on that one, Bama. They need way more than that.
Yep, you're still 3rd and 13. Might as well be 3rd and a mile because they know you're going to have to go to the air to get that many yards. Chicago will be prepared for this. Or will they?
No, I think they know what the score is right now. They know what they need to do. I expect a lot of pressure right now coming from the champs, coming from the Bears, to make sure they get that ball back from the Lions ASAP and in beautiful field position.
A lot of pressure on the line here. Stafford back in shotgun. Johnson to his right side. 2 receivers left, 1 right.
2 seconds on the play clock.
Back. Trying to find an open man. Throws into traffic. Interception, Bears. And they'll be taken down 42-yard line. Excellent field position indeed for the Bears to start the drive. We thought it was the Lions playing the long con. It was really the Bears playing the long con, and now they've got the ball on the 42 of the Lions.
Do they
All
ever?
that to move it forward 6 yards.
Cohen takes off like a rocket to the left side, gets immediately stopped, gaining 1 yard on the play. I was just going to say, if that would have been an interception, it would have been exactly like the last drive. Thankfully, it didn't happen that way, and Chicago still has possession of the ball.
Oh, so funny. Oh, low snap.
Yep.
Handoff Cohen, taken down at the line.
Threw off Cohen's time, and you could see he was trying to right the ship, but unfortunately only got back to the line of scrimmage, didn't actually gain anything on that. 3rd and 9 now.
5 minutes, under 5 minutes to go in the game. Chicago with the 12-point lead. You wonder if they're going to go why they're going to the air here with these 5 receivers set.
Yep.
Intercepted by the Lions. 3 back-to-back drives ending in interception. What's going on in Passtown?
If you've got Cohen, who's been gaining huge chunks of yardage throughout this game, I would have run it to keep the ball on the ground and then take your chances on 4th down for a field goal. But now it's Detroit again, trying to move up the field. Bama, these Lions just will not quit. They will not die. They are giving everything they have right now.
Never die, never surrender. No, that's not the Lions saying. Who is that? Anyway, handoff to Johnson, not able to find the gap he needed to get any good yardage out of it. He was able to come up with 4 minutes to go in the game, down by 12.
Oh, wait a second. Wide open.
Right, a whole lot of greenfield in front of him and make it out to the 40. He's got one man to beat, 45-yard line. Going to be taken down at the 46. Galladay with his second rush on the day, second sweep, looking just as fantastic in that one as he was the first one to start the game.
Indeed. Definitely wide open field there. If he could have got around him, he would have been gone. That was an awful lot of green turf in front of him.
That's one of those plays you can call on when you need it, but if you go to the well too often, the defense will eat him alive.
Oh, indeed. You definitely want to be doing every play.
Pitch to the left side of Johnson. Johnson's got a lot of field in front of him. He'll make it out to the 40, 45.
Oh.
To the 30, 25-yard line.
25-yard line. Could have got out of bounds there to stop the clock, to save a little extra time there, but the damage was done. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. These Lions are marching down the field right now, Bama.
Yep. Trevathan deep up inside the line there, almost catching an end zone or zone infraction. Johnson not even getting out of the backfield on that play.
And now 2nd and 13. Detroit going the wrong way. Huge play by Mack, taking down the running back for a loss of 3.
2:48 and ticking on the clock for Detroit. Still down by 12. In striking distance. They've got to get some points on this drive and then quickly get the ball back.
They definitely do.
Time not their friend here. Stafford under center, Johnson in the backfield.
Oh, wait a second. Oh, no. All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Bam, are you with us?
Yeah, what happened?
I don't know. Everything just kind of locked up there for a second, but we're back now. 3rd and 13 now from the 28-yard line.
Flips to the right side, got an open man. He will get the first down and out of bounds. What a catch.
Okay, I'm officially behind at this point. So I'm going to let you handle the play-by-play, sir.
Outstanding. Ball will be starting at the first set of downs, 14-yard line. Stafford under center, Johnson behind him. Ace formation with a strong right side here. Back, handoff to Johnson. Johnson pushing up the middle. He'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage. 2-minute warning, 2nd and 9.
Okay, I'm going to refresh the screen so we can get back into it. I apologize for those of you who are watching. All right, we are back live. Sorry about that, Bama.
Outstanding. Stafford back, throws across the middle into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions! They scored the 6. Do they go for 2 here? Let's do the math. 1 plus. Nope, they're going to go for the kick. It makes sense, mathematically speaking. 2 wouldn't get them within a field goal, so.
All right, Detroit going for the extra point. You have to assume they're also going for the onside kick at this point with 1:57 left. Now
Even
down by 5.
If they were to get the ball downfield and stuff them on 3 straight plays, which is what they're going to try to do, they've got the timeouts. They've got 1:57. This game is not over as long as Detroit can show up on defense. They're still in this game.
They can stop the run game of the champs, which they're going to have to do because I really can't see Chicago airing it out right now. They want to keep this on the ground, keep that clock ticking. Maybe even throw on hurry-up offense, or not hurry-up offense, but chew the clock offense.
Yep, Trubisky under center, Cohen in the backfield. Strong right side. Hand off to Cohen up the middle, busting up the gut. That's his first down. How many more does it take for Detroit to run out of timeouts?
Detroit still hasn't taken that timeout, so I'm a little perplexed by that one because the game is still within reach. If they can get the ball back, they could score. No timeout by the Lions. We're now down to 1:18 and dropping.
Looks like they're hoping to stop them on this first down, then call the timeout. And not able to do it as they get a first down out to the 40-45. And he'll be taken out of bounds at the 37. That's one way to stop the clock. 1:08 to go. They still got their timeouts.
Yeah, it's one way to stop the clock, but unfortunately, you also gave up about 20 yards on that play.
Yep.
Cohen again staying on the ground for this play, I would assume. Here come the champs. Here come the Bears. Hands it off to Cohen, who again takes off like a missile. Able to weave in and out of tackles, Bama. He is absolutely a pleasure to watch. Cohen streaming, screaming, and flying down this field.
Yep, and he will stay inbounds to keep the clock moving. 31 seconds left in this game. Chicago 5-point lead in the red zone. I don't know if they're going to try to make something happen or just hand the ball to Cohen and see what he can do. He's going to do it to the 10. Not getting the first down, taken down at the 9-yard line. They are in the red hot zone.
They sure are. I'm shocked Detroit didn't use any of their timeouts through all of this, band.
They do know
there's a timeout by Detroit.
With 4 seconds on the clock.
4 seconds. Forcing Chicago to make a play here. Huh. What a game, Bama. What a game. NFC North matchups are always spectacular here. 5-point difference between two former champions. What a game.
Absolutely. Trubisky throw to the left side. He's got room in front of him. He will be stopped at the 1. That's your game. Chicago on top. 21, Detroit 16. You have to wonder what was going on with the clock management by Detroit at the end of the game there.
Yeah, that really surprises me, Bam. I kind of figured even if the game is lost, you want to give the impression that you're still fighting, even if you know the game is lost. But unfortunately in this game, Detroit let their timeouts go until the 4-second mark. Let's look at the final stats here. Passing yards, 138 in favor of the Bears to 124. And the rushing was 144 for Detroit. I didn't catch what Chicago's was. But yeah, turnovers are a huge problem for both teams, both with 3 in this game tonight.
Well, a wonderful congratulations to both teams for a well-fought game. We'll see you guys on the next, where they play again, right? On the next edition of the Lions-Bears. Oh, my.
Yes, we will see another matchup between the Lions and the Bears this season. Let's take a closer look at this. Total offense, 304 to 268 in favor of the Bears. Rushing, 166 to 144, again in favor of the Bears. Passing, 138 to 124 in favor of the Bears. Turnovers, 3 each. Third down conversions, Detroit 3 for 7, Chicago 1 for 5. 2-point conversions, Detroit came up short 1-0 on that. Penalties, 1 for the Lions for a total of 5 yards, and I was about to read the time of possession, but unfortunately that screen has passed. So, but yeah, no, what a fantastic game. Colby, the defending champion, is still moving along in this season now. The Bears are a top threat in the NFC, and there's time of possession in favor of the Bears. Sorry, the Lions, the road team, 13:07 to 10:53, but yet it was the home team that ended up coming out on top here with 5 extra points, winning 21-16. Again, what a game, Bama. We've got games next week. We don't have them scheduled as of yet, so stay tuned to our Twitter account and our Facebook account to find out what games are next week, so you don't want to miss it right here on TPC Sports. Or you could just go to TPCSports.com right now, check out the schedule for Season 7, Week 11, and you'll be able to see the matchups there, what's coming up. Scoring summary here being provided. Prater with the field goal. I don't know what we're going through here. This is new territory for me, Bama.
This is the box score of all the points that happened. Trubisky with an 83 quarterback rating. Stafford with a 44. Both quarterbacks with a 50% completion.
Yeah, that's a little off, but then based on how well they did on the ground, I guess the ground game made up for it. But those are definitely not strong quarterback stats.
Yeah, quarterback rating takes completion percentage, touchdowns, yards, and interceptions into account. Chicago with the two touchdowns to 3 interceptions, whereas Lions only had 1 touchdown to 3 interceptions. It completely ruined Stafford's rating for the game.
Yeah, it definitely did. But before I go off the air here, Bama, is there anything else that you want to say?
I can't wait to see you guys next time on TPC Sports.
Me either, Bama. It was a pleasure calling the game with you, and congratulations to the Bears as they move on. Another win on the season, and like Bama said, we will catch you next week with even more TPCFL action. For Bama Shocks, I'm Langell. Thank you for tuning in wherever you are, and we'll see you guys next game.
Toodles.